Self-development is not selfish. Today I'm going to give you 3 questions that you can answer to know if the self-development you are choosing is good for you or not. First of all, what is self-development? Self-development means that you take the time, energy and money to invest in yourself, to invest in your moral, spiritual abilities. Now, what are the examples of self-development? For example, self-development can mean that you are reading the books that you always wanted to read, to learn something. That can mean that you are going to follow a course about anger management because you feel like you have so much anger that you cannot control it. Self-development also means that you are organizing your house because it will be much functional and helpful for the people who are living in. Self-development is also learning a language. It can be healing from a childhood trauma, or it can, if you are a working woman, it can be about your business and management, in that you are following a course to learn about that. So in the long run, you will have more abilities so that you can delegate more tasks to other people and you have more time for yourself. Now, what is not considered as self-development? Well, going for shopping, buying some clothes, buying things, that is not self-development. And that's obvious, you knew that. Getting a manicure is not self-development. But then it gets a little bit complicated. How do you know when something is a self-development or not? For example, cooking class. Is it self-development? Well, it can be or it cannot. Let me tell you, for example, if you don't know cooking at all, you have never done it, everything you cook gets burned, or you don't understand the chemistry of it, well, maybe following cooking classes is a good thing for you. Imagine you are from a culture where they don't like anything about, I don't know, Japanese food. I'm just saying anything, don't feel offended. And you decide to follow Japanese cooking class. Well, that's not self-development, that's a hobby, okay? Now, here are the 3 questions that you want to answer before you decide if you want to invest in your self-development or not. First question is, will it help you? If you're going to follow a cooking class, in both cases, it will help you. If you don't know cooking, you will learn to cook. If you don't know Japanese cooking, you will learn to cook Japanese. In both situations, the first question is answered a yes. Now, the second question is, will it help my family and my children and people who live in my closest neighborhood? If you're going to learn to cook, you are going to help the people who are living with you, your husband, your children, etc. Or maybe your friends, when they come over, you don't have to go eating out, you can just cook. Or if you learn to cook something else that your children don't like, you're not going to help them. So that's a no. And the third question is, what are the pros and cons over 2 years? Let's see, if you learn to cook over 2 years, you have cooked so much that you will become probably a master of cooking. So that will help you, that will benefit you. But if you learn Japanese and you just do it sometimes, and maybe it will help you, maybe not, you are not sure. So if we see in both cases, we see that for one case, all the questions are answered yes. And in the second case, the questions are not all answered yes. So when do you know that it's a self-development? When you answer 3 of those questions yes. What are the things you want to self-develop? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see how can I help you. Now let me tell you, this self-development is not selfish. It's absolutely not selfish. It's like, for example, praying. You pray for yourself, and with praying you become a better person. When you work on yourself, you become a better person, so you will be better for the people who are living around you. So it's never selfish. Now, for example, or you are a student or a girl, You're a mother and you want to develop yourself, and you are like, how do I do it? Well, it starts with making a routine. Every single day, you have to take some time, like 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 1 hour, it doesn't matter. You have to take some time alone, and you have to think. You have to think again. What is it that I wanted to be when I was younger? What were my dreams? What was I that I wish I could improve? For example, if you are a student and you say like, well, this ability, I don't have it while I'm studying, how can I improve this? If you are a mother, you can say, well, the way I deal with my kids sometimes, I feel like that it's not working. How can I improve it? Or you can think about things that you always wanted to learn, but you never had the time for it. Well, write it all down. You choose one thing and you start analyzing it. You set yourself a goal, like 2 years, 3 years, it doesn't matter. You don't have to learn something just in 2 weeks or 1 month. It can be a slow process, a continuous but slow process. Now that you have decided what you are going to improve, we're going to analyze how you can do it. For example, if you want to learn a skill, you are going to think, where can I learn it? How will I learn it? Do I have to go outside of the house? How much will it cost me? How much time do I need to make for it? And if some of these things you say, I cannot go out of the house, this is impossible for me as a mother, or I'm a student and I really cannot afford a course. Well, there are a lot of self-help books that you can buy, and they help you really well. I am saying it because I have done it myself. For example, I had an issue from childhood, and it took me more than 3 years to overcome this barrier, but it worked. And that's okay, as long as we progress. Sometimes we think, I want to do this and this, but we don't have the time for it. We just simply say we are too busy for it. Actually, we all have 24 hours, but some people get so much done, and other people just feel like they don't have enough hours in a day and they want to do more. Did you like this video? Did you find it useful? Look, I'm making these videos. My goal is to create a community of Muslim women, mothers, students, girls who can help each other out. If you think it's a noble thought, please subscribe so that I know you like it, and I will continue to make these videos.